Elementary. Dr. G here on Hawk TV, wishing you all a very happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's going to be a fun day. It's a short week, only a 4-day week. Woo, woo, woo. At this time, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody. Today is Tuesday. It's January 17th. It's day two. And I hope you had a fabulous 3-day weekend. I hope you had a chance to get outside, even though it was a little chilly, and maybe run around a little bit. I hope you had a chance to read some really good books. And if you did, I'd love to hear about that. Maybe get you to share some of these great titles in like a commercial here on Hawk TV. And I hope you got a chance to watch some good football. There was a lot of good football games on over the weekend. And yesterday was Dr. Martin Luther King Day. That's why we were off. And there were many people, especially at Maple Point, who really participated in a nice day of service. So if you did something like that, if you volunteered or tried to help out a neighbor or something, that's great. Good for you. And if you didn't get a chance to do that yesterday, it's never too late. It's always something that you could do in the future. All right. What else is going on? So this Friday, 6:30, we've got the Canvas and Cookies Night, or Cookies and Canvas Night. It's like what used to be called Paint Night, but it's really a fun time. And I think the forms are due today. So if you didn't bring in your form yet, really try and make sure that that happens today, because we need to know about how many people are coming and who's going to be painting and that type of thing. Today at 8 o'clock is also the startup of the 4th grade chess club, session 2 with Mrs. Ritter. So that should be a lot of fun. Our folks who participate in that usually stop by the D-Wing door at 8 a.m. We open the door for them so they can come on in. Let me also just share, I am so impressed with all the learning that's taking place in our school, boys and girls. I've been around to a lot of classrooms recently. I was in Miss Krantz's classroom the other day. I was in Mr. Smith's classroom. I was in Ms. Ryle's classroom. 3 2nd grade teachers. They were all doing subtraction, and they were all doing different strategies. Some people were using like number lines. Some people were using addition strategies. Some people were using fact family strategies. It was really cool. And it was neat because like, I don't know all these different strategies, but when I walk in and I saw the different students talking about their strategies, sharing their strategies, using like a marker board or a whiteboard to show us their strategies. Wow, that was really impressive. And it helped me understand how to do it. So great job. I think I was also in Miss Pinto's room. Her students were doing a phenomenal job with their math. And I was in Miss Dashy's room. Her students were doing a phenomenal job with their social studies. And I was in Miss Lee's room, and her students were just doing an amazing job. It was ELA time, but they were kind of like making this chart, like a T chart, and they were trying to look at kind and unkind types of things. And that's a good thing to do, really make sure you understand, because that's going to help you be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Speaking of a couple of those things, a couple of reminders, hopefully we'll never have snow. Wouldn't it be great if it was like 90 degrees every day and we could all just pretend it's like at the beach? But it's possible that it's January, February, we might get some snow. And Dr. McGee has said that if we were to have like one snow day, it would be like a traditional snow day. Maybe you'd go outside, play, build a snowman, shovel the walk of somebody nearby, help out, maybe even come inside, bake some cookies, have some hot cocoa, read a good book, maybe even sleep a little late. I mean, that's like what a fun snow day is. Even I love those kinds of snow days. But if for some reason we were to have like a massive snowstorm, like this super duper blizzard, and we were out for like a whole week or so, well, maybe like the first or second day would be like a traditional snow day. But after that, we might have to say, goodness, I wonder if there was some way we could do remote learning. There is. we've got Canvas, and we've got Zoom. So you should probably make sure you know how to get into Canvas, and you should probably make sure you know how to go into Canvas and then find Zoom. Just like we have fire drills every now and then, you should probably have like a Zoom drill, where you and your teacher can say like, hey, you know what? Just in case we were to, be closed for a couple days, why don't you practice how to do the Zoom? And a lot of you remember how to do it, but some of you are like, wait a minute, we haven't done that in a long time. So, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying we'll ever need to do it for real, but it never hurts to have a drill. You know what I mean? So you might want to practice that maybe like once a week or so. Make sure you know how to get onto Canvas. Make sure you know how to get onto Zoom. And I've also noticed that there are some boys and girls who are getting out of their cars and they're putting on masks sometimes. Now, I want to stress, masks are not required, okay? Definitely not required. But it's really up to you and your parents. If your parents really think it's a good idea for you to wear a mask, you might want to wear a mask. And if someone else, maybe their parents are saying, you know what, we're just not there right now. We don't really feel like it's a good idea. That's okay too. And, we should really make sure everybody feels comfortable here at Hoover. We want to welcome everybody. So whether you're a staff member or a student and you decide to wear no mask, you're a Hoover Hawk, no problem. But if you decide to wear a mask, we're not going to tease you or anything like that. We're just going to say you're a Hoover Hawk too, okay? You're a Hoover Hawk whether you're wearing a mask or you're not wearing a mask. But I would say this. Let's say, just theoretically, over the weekend, because it was a 3-day weekend, you were, had a real bellyache and you had a fever and you were coughing. You're really supposed to stay home from school for 24 hours after you feel better. So it's not like, oh, last night I had a fever and I had a bellyache. I'll try and make it through to school today. No, you could always use Canvas if you really want to. But if you start to feel better, once you start to feel better, then it's like 24 hours after that, then you come back to school. And if we were to do that, right, if people who are sick were to stay home, and if people who are here are really careful and are washing their hands and stuff, we're going to be able to have a great school year. Because you know what I say? If we all work together, we can have the best school year ever. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.